The glass doors of the mall shatter behind you as the mob surges through the food court. Somewhere above, an alarm is screaming into dead air. The lights flicker once, twice, then give up entirely. You're crouched behind a kiosk that sells phone cases nobody will ever buy again, listening to footsteps echo off marble floors, and your brain is doing the thing brains do when they panic. It's screaming at you to run. Run where? Parking lot chaos. The highway is worse. The suburbs are burning in slow motion on the horizon, and you look around this cathedral of consumerism, this 3-story monument to Orange Julius and Auntie Anne's, and you think the dumbest thought a person can think. You think, maybe I could just stay here. Here's the thing nobody in the prepper world wants to admit. That dumb thought? It's not entirely dumb. A shopping mall is the worst possible fortress and the best possible resupply point, and which one it becomes depends entirely on whether you understand what you just walked into. Most people who die in a mall after the collapse don't die from the collapse, don't die from the collapse. They die because they treated it like a Walmart with a Cinnabon. Stick with me. We're going to walk this place together, floor by floor. And by the end of this, you're going to look at your local mall the way a medieval soldier looked at a castle. Useful, dangerous, and absolutely temporary. And later, I'll tell you which store is secretly the most valuable real estate in the entire building. And it's not the one you're thinking of. It's not the gun store. It's not even the grocery anchor. Hold that thought, so the mall. Let's talk about what it actually is when the power dies. Your enemy in here isn't the roving mob, not at first. Your enemy is the building itself. A mall is a giant sealed box designed for one thing: moving warm, caffeinated shoppers past storefronts. It's not designed for humans who need to eat, sleep, breathe, and not get murdered. The HVAC system that kept it at a cozy 72 degrees? Dead. In summer, that tile and glass greenhouse will climb past 100 degrees within hours. In winter, it becomes a concrete freezer. The skylights that made it feel so airy are now sniper windows. The marble floors amplify every footstep into a broadcast announcement of exactly where you are. And those beautiful wide corridors? They're called kill zones for a reason. A mall hallway is 100 feet of nowhere to hide with a dozen choke points where someone with a crowbar is waiting. You thought you were inside. You're not. You're in an arena. Okay, deep breath. We've scared you enough. Let's make you dangerous. The first rule of mall survival is the 90-minute rule. I made that name up, but the concept is real. You have roughly 90 minutes from the moment society visibly breaks before the average mall becomes a shark tank. Before the first 90, it's confused shoppers and a few opportunists smashing the jewelry display. After 90, every armed person within 5 miles has figured out where the loot is, and they're converging. So your time in a mall is not measured in days, it's measured in waves. You are either in between waves or you are getting eaten. Now the layout. Think of a mall in 3 layers, like a cake made of bad decisions. The outer skin is glass and parking. Indefensible. The middle is the corridor network, the food court, the big open atriums. Survivable for minutes, not hours. And the back. The back is where you live. Every store in a mall has a service corridor behind it, a narrow, unmarked hallway the shoppers never see, lined with steel fire doors, loading docks, employee bathrooms, and maintenance rooms. This is the spine of the building. Learn it, walk it, memorize every exit. Because here's the trick nobody mentions. The shoppers in a mall all think of it as storefronts facing inward. But in a collapse scenario, you want to flip the map in your head. You live in the back. You raid the front. Let's talk supply. And this is where I'm going to tell you something that might save your life. The grocery store, the pharmacy, the sporting goods anchor, those are the honeypots. Everyone and their meth-addled cousin is headed there. Within hours, they're stripped and booby-trapped with desperate people. Don't be the 10th person through that door. Be the first person through the doors nobody thinks about. Start with the pet store. I'm serious. Pet stores have distilled water, calorie-dense food your body can process in an emergency, first aid supplies, leashes and harnesses that double as restraints and tie-downs, and almost nobody loots them in the first wave. Next, the kiosks. Those annoying mall kiosks selling phone chargers, hand creams, sunglasses. That's batteries, antiseptic moisturizer, UV protection, and glass you can break into cutting tools. The Bath and Body Store sells alcohol-based sanitizers by the gallon. That's wound care and fire starter in one bottle. The bookstore, paper burns, paper insulates, and maps and atlases still work when your phone is a brick. And the candy store. Listen close. A candy store is 10,000 calories per square foot of shelf space in forms that will not spoil for months. Hard candy, chocolate, nuts, dried fruit. Your body needs sugar to run on adrenaline, and you are running on adrenaline whether you like it or not. Skip the organic kale at the grocer. Raid the candy store. Quick pause. If you've ever worked retail in a mall, I want to hear this. Drop a comment and tell me which store in your mall you'd hole up in and why, because I guarantee someone reading this is going to learn something from your shift at Spencer's Gifts that could actually save them. These comments are where the real knowledge lives. Now, defense, because you can have all the Skittles in the world and it doesn't matter if somebody walks up and takes them. Every storefront in a mall has one of two things. Either a roll-down security gate, the metal accordion kind, or a glass front. The glass front stores are death traps. Skip them. The gate stores are your fortress starter pack. Most of those gates are controlled from inside with a simple key or a manual crank near the back. If you're inside and the gate is down, you have a steel barrier between you and the corridor, and it takes real tools and real time to breach it. Time is everything. Noise is everything. Every second an attacker has to spend grinding through metal is a second they're advertising themselves to everyone else in the building. The jewelry stores have the best gates. They also have tiny footprints, reinforced back walls, and often a small safe room. The downside is their loot magnets. The sporting goods store has the gate plus the goods, but the goods are exactly what draws the worst people. The sweet spot is a mid-sized store that nobody's excited about, a luggage store, a mattress store. A mattress store, by the way, is objectively the best place to sleep in a mall, which seems obvious when you say it out loud, and yet almost nobody does. But here's the dark side of that mattress store logic. Comfort is a trap. You sleep too hard, you die. The mall has no natural light cycle once the power is gone. No sunrise waking you up. No rhythm. Set watches in shifts, and I don't mean the Rolex kind, I mean rotations. 2 hours on, 2 hours off, minimum 2 people, always water. This is where the mall quietly kills the people who stayed too long. The fountains, the ones with the coins in them, don't drink that. It's been stagnant for months even before things went bad. The toilets, the tank, not the bowl, holds a couple of gallons of mostly clean water per unit, and a big mall has dozens of them. That's 100 gallons, minimum, of emergency drinking water hiding in plain sight. Boil or filter it. The water heaters in maintenance closets hold 40 to 80 gallons each. That's your real reservoir. Know where those closets are before you need them, because searching for them by flashlight while something is hunting you is the wrong time to learn the floor plan. And fire. A mall is made of materials that want to burn. Polystyrene ceiling tiles, synthetic carpets, plastic signage, upholstered furniture treated with flame retardants that release cyanide when they cook off. If a fire starts in a mall without a functioning sprinkler system, that building becomes a furnace in under 8 minutes. You have 2 options when you smell smoke. Out or up. Never down. Smoke falls in malls because of the atrium airflow, reversing with no HVAC, and ground floor becomes the death floor. So why does any of this actually work? Because a mall, stripped of its purpose, is still just architecture. And architecture has rules. Concrete walls stop bullets. Steel doors stop people. Service corridors hide you from sight lines. The same design choices that were made to funnel shoppers past the Cinnabon are design choices you can reverse engineer to funnel attackers into dead ends. You're not fighting the building, you're using it. The great lie of modern life is that we're surrounded by things we don't understand. But every object around you was designed by a human and can be repurposed by one. That's the whole secret of surviving anywhere. The real prepper move, though, the one almost nobody talks about, is that a mall is a short-term asset, not a home. 3 days, maybe a week. You raid, you rest, you get out. The people who die in malls are the ones who got comfortable. The ones who thought because there was a Panda Express and a Build-A-Bear, they'd stumbled into paradise. Paradise has a 90-minute shelf life in there. So, back to the beginning. You're crouched behind the phone case kiosk. Mob in the food court. Lights dead. Now you know the service corridor is 15 feet behind you through the employee door of the nearest store. You know the mattress store has a gate and the candy store is 2 doors down. You know the water heater is in the maintenance closet on the east wing and the sniper window is the skylight above the atrium. You are absolutely not walking under. You move quiet, low, fast. And 3 days later, you walk out the loading dock with a bag full of calories, a gallon of water, a fresh pair of hiking boots from the sporting goods store that the panicked looters somehow missed, and something nobody else in your town is going to have. A map of every mall within 50 miles, and a plan for each one. If you want to know which building in your neighborhood is the next one we're breaking down like this, the hospital, the church, the gas station, the school, go ahead and subscribe, because when things actually tip over, the difference between walking out and staying there forever is knowing this stuff before you need it. And somebody you love might need it too. That's on you.